and other places around the world.
Hello everyone, we are back to episode.
Once the dust and toxins have settled, temperatures begin to rise due to the enormous amount of carbon dioxide that has been released.
You'd have an increased warming, an elevated greenhouse effect, because various limestone-type rocks would have been vaporized by the impact. That would send the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
And it circulates around the planet. Temperature rises as much as maybe 10 or even 12 degrees globally.
HP, attack, defense, special attack.
As temperatures
speed.
become unbearably hot, the last few survivors cling to life. 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid struck planet Earth, leading to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Could humans survive if the same thing happened today? Two years after the asteroid impact, life on Earth is enduring the worst disaster in human history. At least half the world's population of 7 billion has perished.
There's going to be so much devastation and so much chaos that is going to be that bad in the world. No person alive on the planet at the time of the impact will ever see a normal life after that.
For humans around the world, animals that were once feared and avoided are now the keys to survival. "100 miles south of Mexico City, a dwindling group of farmers clings to life inside a cave, subsisting on a diet of bats, rats, and snakes, all descendants of species that survived the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. The limestone bedrock neutralizes the acid rain deposits in the cave's river water, making it safe to drink.
You managed to find the perfect cave that you could light a fire and have all of the carbon monoxide escape through vents to the surface. If you had different caverns, say, with bats and rats and bugs that you could eat, if you have to be in there long enough, it's a lot more than just food, shelter, and water to think about. The human psyche will really have a massive impact on any kind of survivability.
The best things in life are free, but with digital coupons, weekly specials, and pump perks, you can still save on milk, eggs, and more paper towels. Shop, save, enjoy life.
Over 1,500 miles to the north, in New York City, sparse pockets of humanity sleep in the day to avoid the harsh environment outside. They troll subways and alleys at night, hunting for rats and possum. But we are not built for a nocturnal existence.
As humans, we need vitamin D. Vitamin D is best synthesized in the human body by being exposed to sun. If there's no sun, you begin turning into a nocturnal lifestyle, like mole people. Start losing hair. Your liver isn't functioning very well. Your skin begins to reduce its
growing
melanin.
level.
And if you
With
have to live in
same
there
pretty
for
fast.
generations, you have these weird, pasty white people who are blind.
HP.
Halfway around the world, the Aboriginal Martin migrated to the west coast of Australia.
They spend much of the day in coastal caves, protected from the UV rays and searing heat. At dusk, they hunt for turtles, one of the few marine creatures that have endured the disaster.
Turtles survived the impact 65.5 million years ago because they are great at adapting. They can survive huge temperature variations, acidity levels. They could eat dead carcasses. They could eat seaweed and anything falling from the water column.
By relying on creatures like these for food, the Martu will be among the last survivors on planet Earth. But the asteroid impact will decimate the human population as a whole. "66 million years ago, when the first killer asteroid hit, most land creatures weighing over 30 pounds went extinct, which means the long-term outlook for humanity is grim, leaving the very existence of our species in doubt."
I would guess something like 99% of the human population would die in such an event. Long term,
Critical hit.
say 10% of all of humanity lives. Then you have
His
a genetic
practice
bottleneck
paid off right then.
that may not be a viable population. It gets to a
It was a
point
bubble.
where
Either
all
way.
of a sudden you're the last group of people on Earth. And if that happens, you may survive for a generation or two. Our intellect is our tool. That is our evolutionary edge. But we've lost the kind of necessary natural tools to use in a situation like this. The next great extinction likely will be us.
Human civilization is under attack from a catastrophic but unseen threat that turns life into a living hell and literally rips the earth apart. All this destruction comes from deep space.
Female
A
menopause.
powerful, menacing black hole.
Nobody on Earth is safe or secure.
Is this Armageddon or what?
It's a dangerous universe. There's a lot of ways the human race can go extinct.
Will you be ready? When doomsday strikes, can any of us survive? There are 100 million black holes in our galaxy, with vicious gravitational forces that devour everything in their path. If one headed straight for Earth, and we were sucked into its deadly vortex, what would happen to our planet? Would mankind survive?
Everyone is wondering, what can we do? What's the next step?
Still too
How do we get
powerful.
through this?
The destruction never stops. The chaos never stops. It just keeps going until everything is ripped apart and torn asunder.
In New Mexico's high desert, the Radio Telescope Observatory, known as the Very Large Array, scans the skies above. Scientists are tracking something truly horrifying, barreling towards Earth.
The first thing you do when you see a new phenomenon is you use computers to simulate what happens into the future. And as we run the videotape forward, we begin to say to ourselves, oh my God.
It's a black hole. A supermassive black hole with 1 billion times the mass of the sun.
Of all the objects in space, this lethal mass possesses the strongest gravitational pull earning its name. Because nothing, not even light, can escape the grasp of a black hole. Anything, or anyone, that crosses its outer edge, an invisible boundary known as the event horizon, will never be seen again. The black hole coming toward Earth has cruised through the universe for billions of years, growing larger as it swallows stars, planets, and everything else in its path.
Some people compare a black hole to a celestial zombie. It comes to life anytime something comes too close. It grabs that object in its clutches and never lets go.
Every black hole is capable of reanimating itself whenever it's in the vicinity of matter. So every black hole has the capability to suddenly spring to life as a truly vicious killer.
Scientists
I'm gonna send out
calculate that in
Sting.
24 hours, the black hole will reach our planet. But people are already beginning to feel its effects.
As the black hole approaches, we have kind of global warming on steroids.
The black hole's gravitational force is so powerful that even though it has not yet entered the solar system, it's pushing our planet closer to the heat of the sun.
Now it's Christmas in New York, and everyone's hanging stockings and putting up Christmas trees, yet it's 110 degrees outside.
As the black hole enters the outer solar system, people everywhere notice an ominous sign that it will be arriving soon. A strange effect called gravitational lensing.
The black hole acts like a lens that's placed in front of the distant background stars and galaxies, and it distorts them and it warps them.
You can think of it as simply a cosmic lens. It's the universe's spyglass in a way.
It would be extraordinarily unsettling to see the familiar patterns in the night sky warped and distorted by an object that's going more and more at the horizon.
This is the first visual sign that the greatest disaster in the history of mankind is upon us. As the black hole moves through space, it hurls comets and asteroids in every direction, which serve as warnings to people around the world that doomsday is near.
Some of the asteroids will go flying in toward the sun, many away from the sun, but those flying toward the inner solar system would start colliding, in some cases, with the planets and with the moon.
Sound full of food. When it comes from the heart, and half the time,
Sting ignores orders.
The impact that occurs to the moon is devastating. This isn't a quick bang done kind of scenario. You're watching it over a half hour. Material is beginning to fan out. It's coming toward the Earth.
As people everywhere look up into the sky, all they
This
see
is good. He's going
is
by morality.
devastation.
Watching the moon disintegrate in the night sky is an absolute psychological effect. You have cultures
He
based
didn't
on
attack him, but he did
moons are
now.
friend. It causes the tides,
He used fury
prevents things
attack.
from hitting us. Watching that being destroyed,
That's what I meant
it's
about that morality.
positives unto
Good
itself.
moral.
Black holes, like the one heading toward Earth, form when massive stars die. The remnants from the star implode like an enormous building collapsing onto itself.
A black hole is the result of a gravitational collapse from a really big star. And the collapse is so violent that the matter keeps collapsing and collapsing and collapsing until it forms a black hole.
All the material from the star is crushed down to a small pinpoint. The fact that so much mass is concentrated in one spot is what gives a black hole enormously powerful and destructive gravitational forces.
If you have enough material crammed into a relatively small volume, its own self-gravity will grow stronger, and eventually the gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape.
Albert Einstein first predicted the existence of black holes in 1916 when he presented his equations of general relativity. Although the first one wasn't spotted until 1971. Now, scientists say millions of them exist throughout the galaxy. And some of them move rapidly through space.
We used to think that black holes were stationary, but we were shocked to find that there are rogue black holes that wander across the galaxy.
As the black hole moves closer to Earth, its gravity continues to send asteroids crashing into the planet. A meteor streaks through the sky over Barcelona.
You're seeing a flash of light, then a big, hot, expanding balloon of gas, then buildings and trees.
Uses water guns, super effective.
Then debris being thrown all over the place.
HP defenses.
Meteorite vaporizes the area around its impact site, instantly killing anyone in its path. The crash is as powerful as the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, Japan in 1945. And like a nuclear blast, a shockwave radiates out in every direction.
If you're farther than a couple of miles away from ground zero, it would be silent, is one of the strangest things, because the light takes a much shorter time to travel to you than the sound does. One of the greatest threats to you is actually the shockwave propelling debris, blowing out windows and shards of glass, which are deadly at those speeds and pressures. So something as simple as duck and cover from the Cold War is actually very relevant.
As the first shockwave passes overhead, people just outside of the meteor impact site are safe for now. But the black hole has only just started to wreak havoc on planet Earth. Can mankind survive?
This is devastation from space that there's nothing you can do about.
A black hole, the remnants of a dead star with a gravitational force so strong that nothing can escape its clutches, is heading straight towards planet Earth. Can you survive?
HP, defensive, attack of specialty, and speed.
Remember, performing the wrong command will result in your elimination.
As it enters the solar system, the black hole's immense power has already unleashed devastation on mankind, hurling meteors that destroyed the moon and devastated cities across the globe. People across the world struggle to cope with these unprecedented disasters and fear what catastrophe will strike next.
Everyone, rightly so, is wondering, what can we do? What's the next step? How do we get through this?
The scientists who discovered the black hole realized that nothing can alter its path.
There's no way we're going to deflect it, move it out of the way. It's not like an asteroid where you could park a spacecraft near it and gravitationally pull on it, or explode a bomb next to it and deflect a little bit. It's just too massive.
As the black hole moves closer to our planet, people everywhere see something extraordinary. The photon sphere. A place where gravity is so strong that light travels in circles around the black hole, filling the sky with streams of red and green light, known as auroras.
What anyone on the surface of Earth would see looking at the photon
Alright,
sphere
like, comment,
would be an incomprehensible
subscribe for this day.
display of
See you on the next
past
episode.
imagery, a light show, radiation.